Welcome to Danger and Dice. I'm PJ.
I'm Shanana.
I'm Aspen.
I'm your DM, Jack. And last week you started a very stinky little mission in a scrapyard. Edvard got a new, very fashionable scarf / pet.
Scarf, yes. Saris.
She's
That.
I was gonna say ethical.
Yeah, I think I'll start a new trend in the capital.
Ethical.
Ethical furs.
Adopt a ferret.
They'll never be hungry again.
That's true.
We're helping them.
Emiana found out that there are certain things she finds distasteful, and messing with a bunch of very large, shambling mounds that are designed to compost material is one of them.
So are we saying she's not big into organic gardening?
She's not really into pranks.
I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
And I fed them and I took care of them. Joke's on you, people.
Everyone else thought the prank was delightful.
I did not. I felt bad for them.
Yeah. Ed was just, actually being surprisingly effective. That was Ed.
It was a situation that involved planning.
Yeah.
Things Ed is good at.
I was going to say he developed the most close attachment to one of the animals despite not being able to speak to it. Hugh was actually kind of a take-charge person. It was very interesting. And Thea mostly just rode around on a giant kangaroo mouse.
Yes. We don't really see much of her at all.
Yeah.
She's been kind of
She's
taking a
just doing her
break. Before that, she was hanging out with Rickshaw Man.
Yeah.
I think our DM just sick of making
She's
her
getting
voice.
her independence. Growing up.
I'm going to put a leash on her. Come back.
No, just I figured you guys are handling stuff and I could just sit back. It's fine. I don't mind doing the voice. It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm. He was too busy having fun being spitting ferrets.
I really was.
Zerba and Xenos.
It was great. You should have saw this lightning magic. I was all over the place. It was great. I want to keep eating this stuff. This is great.
Okay, Hammy.
Basically, it's closest I'm going to get to being coked up.
So, remind me last time, did we actually, leave? Okay, because, I have notes that we killed some stuff, and we killed a second monster, but that's where my notes end.
You fought 2 of the scrap golems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You found out that up until recently, this place was very functional.
Serbanos was the owner. He's a gnome.
And that it's still functional despite the fact that the only, quote unquote, living creature, besides the more organic parts of this thing, the magic spitting ferrets, the composting mounds, this gnome is the only, quote, worker that keeps showing up, and yet the place is still at peak efficiency.
Yeah.
And it seems that it's because a bunch of scrap golems are basically doing all the work.
Yep. They're doing a good job, too.
Well, there's 2 less, but yes, they actually were doing quite efficiently.
They attacked us first.
That is not untrue.
So where are we picking up then?
So
because that's where I'm confused.
So you're still in there, and you basically...
So we're in the compound still?
Yeah. You went to the far end, which is actually the part that's a true building. And you had just made it inside, and you saw that there are these 2 machines. One was a separator that separated the metals into their, basically all the scrap into its base metals. And then there was a smelter to make those into, basically like ingots and processed. And that's where you got attacked, and that's where you ended.
Yeah.
So you're still in a building.
And we killed that monster.
Yep.
Because I've written down, one is arcane, the other one is just a metal melter. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're picking up after we've just destroyed
and basically you're looking in front of right where you were fighting. Basically, this building, it's basically a large back wall, and it seems to be divided into 3. The farthest left section, which is closest to you guys and where the machinery is, it appears to be like a warehouse where you store the processed metals, material, whatever, before it gets carted off. The middle is basically like a large loading dock.
Okay.
It's open, and there's a large, basically like the metal roll-up door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be transported. And then the far end is closed off, and it's an office of some sort.
Well, that's where we're going.
Obviously.
Hey, Hugh.
Oh, yes. What?
Wait, before I say anything, is there like a conveyor belt?
Not in here.
Never mind.
Save it for when
Scrap
there is
that.
one.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, watch me.
Scrap that.
Scrap that. If
Because
you
we're
will.
out.
All the conveyor belts are actually outside between the major piles of like detritus as they're separating into its constituents.
Fine.
This is where
Should we investigate the open areas before we go into the back office room?
Oh,
Or do you think we're going to get attacked by more of these metal monsters?
I mean, you could do a perception check if you want to check to see if there's any more of them.
I'm very perceptive.
Perception is my skill. It is not. No, it is not a skill. That is
What
not
if
a
I
skill.
told you it was a 15?
21.
Shut up.
Even with my +4, it was a 6.
I was gonna say mine was a 19.
Super perceptive.
Look at me with perception.
I'm busy petting my adorable ferret.
I'm looking for a conveyor belt.
You actually you don't see any more piles of scrap, and you've noticed that every time that you've attacked one of these, it's basically you initially, if you're looking for it, you see just a pile of scrap that just kind of attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any of that. You do see what appears to be like the doorway, to what you think would be like a warehouse / like a storage zone. You see that door is broken, like not like broken in half, but more like you see where it should be closed, but you can see that like either the hinge or the lock mechanism is broken, so it's like
It's not flush.
it's not flush, and you can tell that it's slightly bent right near where the handle would be.
Anything else?
The other thing you see is a big red shiny button on the back wall next to the roll-up door.
Oh, no.
There's a button.
Oh, no.
Jason Blake, if you're listening.
Yeah. Seismic funds tomorrow.
And we got the button! Hey, Hugh.
Yeah.
I really want to push that button.
I also want to push the button.
Perhaps we should see where the button leads to. And what it affects. Because I want to push it too.
Okay.
Do you want to do an intelligence check, Hugh?
Yeah. Which one am I
Well,
gonna
is there
roll? I'm
any
gonna roll
loose
this one.
debris lying around?
This place is actually fairly...
So there's no loose debris?
Not really. It's actually fairly clean from this part forward.
Are there any ingots sitting around? Is there something throwable? Can I throw something at the button?
Yeah, I mean, you could easily go over to, like, one of the hoppers and grab, like, a little piece of, like, just like a...
Okay, I'm gonna see if they catch me because I'm picking up something to throw at the button.
Well, I was just asking, like, how'd your intelligence check go?
15.
Yeah, that's
So is
good
anyone
enough.
stopping me?
Well, waiting on him to talk first.
So, you look at it and you're like, you see the button, its housing, and then you see what would be like, what we call like a power cord, but usually a little sealed thing around it. And you realize that it goes up to what would be the motor. This would be the button to
Yeah, okay.
to basically pull up this, the back, basically what would be the loading gate.
Oh, so we want to keep that closed. Okay. I think we should keep that closed for now just in case there's something
Okay.
out
I
there.
put down.
I don't need any more of those brown things coming in.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for them, but they just need to stay there. In their little area.
A quick question, because you probably know your spells better than I do off the top of my head. How long does Speak with Animals last?
I'm sure it's done at this point.
It has been a little while. So, okay, yeah, since you haven't recast it, you just hear, like, the chittering sound that a lot of these, ferrets make. You hear a lot of it in the background.
Yeah, I think we should leave the ferrets outside.
It's 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Anywho, should we go to the back room then?
Yep. Let's go.
You gonna get that door?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, the office door? Okay.
And I kick open the door. Yes! That's a 22.
Roll damage?
The door had it coming.
It had it coming.
Was it unarmed as
A d6 plus your strength mod
That's
since
what
you
I
have a
thought.
magical arm.
Yeah. So, 6.
Yeah, you just hail back with your arm. You punch the door and it goes flying in. Initiating a surprise round as you see very, very surprised gnome with a door that just flew past him.
Maybe we should have knocked.
How hard did you
Well,
push
he's
it?
sitting
I
like...
like to imagine I did the Howard Dean yell as I hit the door.
Like,
Maybe
the splinters go flying past him as this door just, like, basically just disintegrates into shrapnel. And he's just, like, sitting on this chair in front of his desk.
But he doesn't have to make a deck save.
No.
No.
It doesn't.
maybe we should have
He's
knocked.
too short. It goes over his head. Like a metaphor.
Well, because his back is kind of to you in his chair, and he just, like, looks over, like, surprised. So, you're all gonna roll initiative then.
We can't just say
I
hi
can't just say I'm
first?
sorry.
You literally just almost assaulted him with shrapnel. I don't
On
really...
purpose. We can be like, so.
Sorry.
You can do that on your turn?
I was a little overzealous.
You punched that door. Hey, look, I rolled a nat 1 for my initiative.
Hey, it's me versus inanimate objects. I'm
With
going to...
my +3,
gonna
I still
wreck
have
it.
a 5.
So what happens if you roll a nat 1 and you have a -1 to initiative because it's a 0?
It just counts as 0.
It's just 0.
I'm so proud.
So that means you're basically like...
5.
Glad to see I'm right where I'm usually at.
Yep.
I'll be the voice of reason after everyone else has punched each
No,
other.
stop. Don't.
Please.
What'd you get, Ed?
5.
Don't. No.
And what'd you get, Hugh?
10.
And...
What do you get?
18?
Do we all get a surprise round?
You guys are on surprise round, yes. Just Thea, the most like, what the... out of everyone.
She's jumping on a kangaroo. It gives her extra initiative.
She's on the kangaroo rat. Thea would technically be first. She's not entirely sure. She just assumes that it's go time.
So she's ready to go.
Yeah, she saw something getting smashed. She's into it. She's going to go ahead and she's going to do Misty Step to teleport to the very other side of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to then cast I guess she's going to just go ahead and firebolt him.
The spell.
It's going to miss. There's a little puff of fire that goes past him.
Oh, yeah.
She's just like...
She has trouble performing.
She really does. Hugh, it is your turn.
How far away is she from him?
She teleported to the other side of the room, so she's probably 20-ish feet.
Okay.
In case anyone's wondering, I'm not going to set my ferret upon her boss. That would be wrong.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Alright, so I cast Eye on Target on him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay. He has to
And
do...
he has Wisdom, yeah.
Not his specialty, but... 17.
He passes.
Well,
So nothing happens there. At which point I just say, "Whoa, hold on. We got off on the wrong foot here."
Oh. Sorry.
so you're going with the cooler heads prevailing.
Yeah, after trying to hold him, you fall off a bike, you get on a horse, kind of deal.
Yeah. He's still like stunned for a second. Edvard, it's your turn.
Okay, I want him to listen to what Hugh has to say, because I know that Hugh was just being Hugh and opening a door. So I'm going to cast Blindness, Deafness.
How do you listen if you're blind?
Well, no, you have to pick one, so it's going to be blind, not deaf.
What does he have to make a save?
Con. He's not going to make it, is he?
That's a 10. And he even's actually pretty good with con saves.
So did he save or no?
It's your spell save DC, so I'm guessing no.
No, he did not. So he is blinded.
By the light? Because the door
Pretty
got
much.
thrown open?
Yep. A blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Well, he is blind.
So, but he can hear, so he can listen to what you have to say.
Okay, next is Emiana.
Finally. Now, talking to him is an action.
No,
is
it's
it
a
free
free
action?
action, but you're going with... I'm gonna give you, since you're the old one not charging like a crazy person,
I wasn't charging like a crazy person. I was
your
very
immediate
calm.
thing is to cast a spell on him. That's not what I mean. Her first initiative is to like talk to him. Give me a perception check.
He must not be able to talk to us.
The number she needs is 12.
16 plus 3 is 19.
Okay, this is not a particularly big off. It's probably about like 40 by 40. It's
Well, a door went flying, so.
yeah. Next to the desk.
I have to do the dimensions of the room.
There's enough space for it to go flying, is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Next to the desk,
Not a little
you
work
see
room.
something that you now outside of its quote natural habitat looks very odd to you, and that is a pile of scrap metal.
Oh, gosh. Guys, how do we break a spell? Where are the ferrets?
I have one.
So,
Good.
outside of its natural habitat, it isn't in stealth. Because remember, the last one got to surprise you guys because it was in other junk.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
So now outside of so when it's in an area where there'd be other junk, it actually has advantage on stealth checks.
Because it blends in.
Because it blends in. Now it has nothing to blend into because it's literally just a pile of scrap.
In his room.
In a room that is an office, yes.
So, but how about him? What do I perceive about him?
With him, you can tell he looks very perturbed now that he's, blind. And that you guys busted into the wall. He looks a little bit frantic. You do notice a kind of suspicious, it looks like the hair has been burned from one side of his head and it's like slowly growing back. And it looks like he was frantically like looking over like a book that was in front of him.
I really wanted to save him, but I feel like it's the same situation as those creepy guys
Oh,
at
in
the
the bookshop?
bookstore. Yeah.
What if we just took the book and ran?
He doesn't have a...
Just played keep away with them. Just held it up over his head.
He is short.
I was gonna say he is only like 2 inches taller than Thea, so yes, that's possible.
All right. So do I get free action to talk to him before
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, sir. We're sorry to scare you. We thought you were someone else. We're here to talk about the scrap metal and some problems that have been going on.
Quick, someone while she's talking.
Who are you guys? Who?
Monkey
Hi, we're the Seamen. It's nice to meet you.
Are you here to inspect us?
No, look, the ferrets love us. See? We're wearing one as a stole.
I literally can't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot.
That's
What?
really
What,
insensitive.
is that because he's short?
Yeah,
Is
why
that-
can't you see? Anyway, are you safe?
Yeah, I was doing my job.
Well,
Wait,
there's
if you
a
can't-
monster behind you that's going to turn into a monster in a second. If you don't mind, I'm going to kill it.
Oh, wait.
They're not monsters. I just found a way to be more productive.
Wait.
They attacked us.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been in here now, should you have?
Should I pet it?
At this point, he has now resulted down to just screaming.
Wait. So, is the book something bad? Because if so, did making him blind mean he doesn't read the book anymore temporarily? So it kind of broke
you
the
just see
concentration of the spell? No, I'm asking like a mechanics. If you can't see the book, can the book not have influence on him?
If it was a charm spell, the spell would already be in effect. You would physically have to sever the magic.
So I'm not sensing any of the crazy KKK children of knowledge thing going on here.
That would require an Arcana check.
Oh, we know
Because he has that book, so...
We know I'm good at that.
Can I check too?
Two.
He's certainly acting odd.
Can I?
And
check
every
too?
children of knowledge person you've met has also been acting odd.
Yeah, so I'm just going to attack the metal thing because
Okay.
he can't see me. So I'm going to cast, I want to say like last time it was the Thunderous Might that really worked.
I'm gonna say since you were basically trying to get a read on him whether he was infected, that's gonna count as your bonus action.
Fine. All right. I'm going to use my longsword because it's magical.
Okay.
And I'm going to slap it really
It's
hard.
magic.
Okay, go ahead.
Magic moment. 21.
Hits.
12 plus 21. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Wow.
It's a big sword.
Wow.
Let's see what they get out of the sheath.
Wow.
Anyway, and I'm one-handing it, correct? So I need a
Long
D8.
sword.
Ta-da. Out here. That is 8. Nope. 7. Nope. 8 points of damage. I'm Good.
I usually edit out when people do math, but that one I think needs to stay in.
That needs to stay. 8.
It was 8. 2 plus 6 is 8.
Damage.
Well, hey, guess what? It's actually 9.
You still get your second attack.
And I get to punchy punch, too. No, I'm doing a sword.
You're doing sword, so
Kidding.
no work living.
23.
Hits.
All right. I'm going to use this one because it's shiny and pretty. It was useless, but it's okay. Guess what? It's only 2 plus 7, 9.
Okay, that's solid. You definitely hit it. Little bits of its metallic body is just kind of flaking off now from the hit.
Do I get a movement now?
Yes. You used part of your move to get up to him, but that was probably about 15
I want to back
feet.
up a little bit.
Okay.
An opposite way, so that way the blind guy doesn't have an idea of where I am.
Okay. That's fair.
Someone should get behind him and go, boo.
Okay, that brings us to the top, and that's Thea. She's apparently decided that the scrap golem was a fun target, because that's what you targeted. She is going to go ahead and... she's going to try to immolate it.
I like it. Hey, Hugh. I wonder if we can keep Cerbernos, like, alive-ish.
I was thinking about that too. If I could just pick him up, tie him up somewhere.
Well, apparently he's blind for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. So if he's blind, why was he trying to read books?
Yeah, maybe it's Braille.
It's not. I can see there's words. There's no bubbles.
Do I just let them keep doing this?
Yeah, it's fun. Because you've never done this one before, so...
That one.
So maybe you can just, like, pick him up by the scruff of his neck and shake him.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, but here's the thing. I pick his
I
pockets.
think there's a tree we could put him at the top of, you know.
Oh, is there a hanger on the back of the door?
Oh, there we go.
I've seen that in movies
Yeah.
before.
The golem just literally bursts into flame as you're having this conversation.
Whoa, cool. Thea, was that you?
7d6, so I'm going to need some die 6.
7.
33 points of fire damage.
Love it.
Fire.
It fell into a burning ring of fire.
It's just a giant wreathing of flames around it as she's just cackling psychotically.
Thea, did you do that? You are a dragon, girl. Get it?
It's also really bright because all the metal is glowing now.
It's almost as shiny as me when I put my wings on. So whose turn is it now?
Next up is Cerbernos.
Hooba.
Yes.
That would be the goal. That would be the gnome. He is going to immediately try to do his con save to, not be blind anymore. 16 versus your spell save DC.
16.
Aww.
If it meets, it beats. He suddenly can see again. He is.
It's a miracle!
Oh my god.
He's very, very angry.
I think
what
the
kind
light
of armor
from
do
the
you
door
wear,
just
Edvard?
surprised him.
I'm not naked.
You-
Other than that, I don't know what type of armor I wear.
Oh, breastplate's fine. That's what I needed. That is metal. He is going to cast heat metal on it.
Ooh.
So, two things are going to happen. One, you're immediately going to take some fire damage.
I have extra hit points right now, so I'm good. I have like extras.
To quote Austin Powers, ouch kabibble.
So, you immediately take 2d8 fire damage. That's going to be 6 points of fire damage. And until the spell ends, every time you start your turn, you need to do a Constitution saving throw to try to to see if you drop the item, but you can't drop the item, so the effect is going to be constant. But if your Constitution fails, you have difficulty doing anything that turn.
So I still have to do the con save.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. You have disadvantage. Basically, you can keep doing it, but you're going to end up with disadvantage on attack and ability checks.
Alrighty
Because
then.
you can't really take it off. And next is the Scrap Golem, who is now red hot and angry.
Is he crying?
Kind of.
Good.
He is going to go ahead and target the person who slashed at him with his...
Can't see me, because I can't see him. I moved away.
Yes, I do like the logic.
Thank you.
First off, we're going to 2d4 to decide what you're getting hit with.
I just realized something about the move I was planning on doing, and it's more evil than I thought.
So,
Just remember, attacks have... Oh, wait, he's not blind anymore.
nope.
Darn it, attacks don't
Does a 18 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so they both hit you. And they're going to both be bludgeoning damage.
That's hurtful. Literally. I'm gonna hit with my cast iron skillet piece in the way he's pissing me off. I'll tell you what.
23 points of bludgeoning damage. As it just slams you in the chest twice. That is its turn, but it's now, like, on top of you. Yeah, pretty much.
That's good. It's
I do
done.
not consent.
That was...
You have a boyfriend.
Hugh, it is your turn.
Okay.
Hugh, save me. I'm fine. It's actually okay. You go. Take care of the gnome. Do the door trick. Oh, you knocked the door down.
I think he's kind of harmless. I don't know.
He just attacked Ed.
He's fine.
Ed started it.
No, I'm kidding. I'll get the gnome. I just want to tackle him and try to tie him up.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll first.
She's tiny.
Advantage because this guy's tiny.
Actually,
I don't know if that'd be a
with my
disadvantage.
eye on
Oh, you
target.
do. That's right. Iron target. Right.
So
I don't know. Being tiny would make him harder to
17.
catch.
you are going to make contact.
Because he's so big with his big arm.
Big hand
Okay.
can't catch
Can't
him.
just swipe.
Now it's going to be an opposed strength athletics check.
Yep.
And I get disadvantage because I am tiny. Because I'm small.
Ah, crap, son of a...
Basket weaver.
Your disadvantage better be pretty good.
9.
Pretty bad. That changes things. It's 12. I win.
Yeah. So
Yay!
you have him grappled as he's trying to struggle against you. Technically, he would use dexterity, but that's still only 11.
2 + 6.
So
Okay.
you're now, like, holding this gnome who is wriggling and trying to escape.
Yep.
Um,
And I guess I can't tie him up this turn, can I?
no, that would take a separate action. You could technically have one of your allies
if,
do it.
If someone wants to tie him up, there's rope in my satchel.
I'm a little busy right now.
Okay.
Although that is going to... Although he didn't take damage, so his concentration is still active. Starting your turn, Ed, do a con save,
Wait, so it didn't bust his concentration?
because there's no damage dealt.
Can I suplex him?
On your... Actually, do you want to make that as part, but that will break your grapple?
Okay.
Guys, do I suplex him?
No, let
Okay,
Ed take damage.
Okay.
He won't take damage this turn. He only takes damage on his turn.
I just got whammed by metal. Ed's gonna be fine.
Let's see.
Yeah, your con
19.
is... Yeah, your con is fine. You're able to
See.
maintain.
Is it my turn yet?
It is your turn.
Yay.
Okay.
So we have two enemies, right?
Yes.
And when I do necromancy and they're in short distance from each other.
They're not in short distance to each other. They're about 20 feet apart.
Darn it.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Just tie up the gnome.
Oh, I'm not tying up the gnome. So the gnome doesn't have any damage on him, right?
Nope, he has 0 damage on him.
Okay, I cast Blight on the gnome. Yes, and I'm casting it at a level 5 spell. So there's going to be an extra d8 in there.
Nice.
Must make a con saving throw.
Like you're just holding him else and he just dies. You're like, I didn't do anything.
Well, you guys didn't figure out that I made him blind either.
No,
Just-
exactly. It's funny.
Well, how hard did I squeeze him?
18.
Okay, and what do I... Half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay.
So, let's see. I need to a bunch of d8s. That's this one, right?
38. And that's
My
half,
spell
so
counts as my action, correct?
What?
19.
One spell slot counts as
Not
my
bad.
action. Because here's what I want to do.
And he has to make a con saving throw immediately.
A con saving throw for...
The heat metal. He is going to maintain concentration.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Emiana, it's your turn, though.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
All right. So here's my plan.
Okay.
I want to utilize my ASMR wing abilities.
Okay.
Because that counts as I do it once a day per an action.
Yeah.
And I want to take the monster flying, and I'm going to cast Divine Smite as a spell slot, because I'm allowed to, and I'm going to slam him into a wall.
Okay. It's going to start with a strength check to try to slam the thing, because they are kind of heavy. They're a large construct, so this would be 10 feet of metal.
So, what's my strength mod? So I just add +4 to it then?
Yeah.
Is that right there? Just
Yep.
+4? How about a nat 20 +4?
Okay, yeah, you're able to, like, just summon up divine strength and just smash him into the wall.
With
Like
my
a
wings.
mother lifting a Volkswagen off.
Because my wings light up, and I go flying with him into the wall.
Okay.
And at the same time, I cast Divine Smite. Can I do that? Or does
Okay.
it have to be on my sword?
I'll allow it because I think it's funny.
Yes. All right, so Divine Smite, walk me... Wait, I have that.
Just picture you like Unikitty. Y'all need to be more friendly.
Exactly. All right, so...
I do need to have a question because I do have a thing in the office here. So here's where the desk was. Here's the
I'm
corner.
going wherever you send me to, stud.
Okay, so you're kind of in this corner. Are you going all the way across the room to where Thea is, against the wall that is probably like 2 feet behind you to your left, or 2 feet behind you to your right? Or to your rear or to your left?
Across the room. Get some.
Well, I'm going to go across the room, but I'm going to go above Thea so she's okay.
Okay.
Because she's still itty-bitty anyway. Because I'm assuming she jumped off her little kangaroo
Nope,
house.
she's still on it.
She's fine.
Okay.
All right, anyway. So... She's fine.
I have a feeling she's not.
She'll be
The
fine.
DM is laughing. I have a feeling this means Thea's going to experience another opportunity to rally us to victory.
She'll jab herself with her medicine. So, can I do my Divine Smite as a level 3 spell slot?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Quick thing. What is
It
your...
says I have to use it with a melee weapon, so can I just be like hold my sword and like whack him with my sword like that?
I'm calling the wall the melee weapon at this point.
All right. So Divine Smite is 2d8 plus an extra d8 after a second level, so it'd be 4d8.
48. Yep. I'm gonna give you. I have a damage in mind for the wall. Just flat damage for the wall, and then give me the divine smite.
All right. 10, 21.
And your strength was 4, correct? Your strength mod is 4.
Yeah.
25. Okay. And I am gonna ask you, what's your spell save DC? Quick.
I don't know.
I don't think it matters.
It is a 17. I have a +9 for my spell attack bonus.
Yeah,
Heckin'
because you have very high.
Heckin' yeah, that's great.
So, what was that terrible roll in relation to?
Don't worry about it.
Is it dead?
No.
Tell me it's like embedded in the wall, though.
It is not embedded in the wall.
Did it just gain more power by getting metal wall?
No.
Okay, good.
What just happened is, as you slam this thing into the wall, you smash it real heartily into it, break part of the wall, and as it's coming to the ground, along with this detritus, we're creating a fourth dimensional problem. There are a couple of items in the same area at the same period of time, which has to be solved by a lot of damage. Thea gets smacked by a bunch of shrapnel and knocked prone, knocked off her
Kangaroo
off her kangaroo mouse onto the ground and partially under the scrap golem, which is now prone, crushing Thea, who is also prone.
Well,
You, I learned this from you. I took down the door.
was a solid-
Oh, Thea, no!
Hugh, it is your turn.
well,
You gotta tie
you
him
wanna
up.
I
use your-
suplex. No, do I suplex or do I tie him? I'm gonna.
I mean, if you put him prone, I will let the suplex be one part of your attack, and then the trying to tie him up as a separate one. But you will have to re-roll the strength contest.
Gotcha. Okay, I suplex him.
Okay.
Good luck.
You have advantage on the attack anyway, but I'm gonna say it auto hits because you have him restrained. You have him grappled. It's just going to
Oh,
hit.
I like really hit him. Yeah. Okay. So
Wait, so was he supposed to roll with disadvantage when I went against him last time because he was restrained?
No, because this was a save throw. If you had been
Okay.
doing an attack, it would have been.
10 points of damage.
Yep. Very heartily. Okay, now it's going to be your strength athletics versus his dex acrobatics.
Okay.
He's a gnome.
And he's small, so it is.
Oh,
Sizest. Small people can have decks.
it's the same as last time. 12.
This time he got very wriggled out from under you.
That arm just went
Dang it.
woo.
He's a little bit dazed, but he's out from your...
Little rascal.
He's little.
It
I
is
pull out some painkillers. Treat.
it is his turn.
Put a little line. It's like Hansel and Gretel.
I love the concept, actually. I
toss one at him.
Get your mouth.
First off, Ed, you are going to take, because your breastplate is still on fire, you take 1 point of fire damage. And he is going to...
I feel slightly less extra powerful.
It's okay. I
Hugh,
got slammed by a monster earlier.
give me a
1 point's
Constitution
actually
saving
okay.
throw, Hugh. As a clap of thunder is heard right on you.
Not one.
Oh, cool.
Wait. Add +4.
Oh. It doesn't matter for nat ones.
I don't know. I
Right?
was supposed to say add
Nat
+4.
ones
Yeah.
auto fail always.
Not necessarily, but it's still not going
Don't
to break.
forget to
It's
add
still not good,
+4,
yeah.
guys. I can't keep reminding you.
You take 13 points of thunder damage and are knocked 10 feet back.
So has it been thunderstruck?
Yeah. And give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you fall over.
Oh, I'm not using that. die
Everyone is
anymore.
falling prone. Good lord.
No one keep their feet.
16.
You do save. You keep your feet, but you're feeling the effects of that. It is the golem's turn. He is going to try
Wait. How is he skipping my turn?
You are after Serbanos and the golem.
Okay.
I just put Hugh first because he was grappling.
Okay.
So he got technically moved up in initiative.
Okay.
It is the golem's turn. He is going to use his movement to stand up while still keeping a foot on Thea.
Rude.
And he is going to basically he's just going to stomp Thea
No,
with bludgeoning damage, and he's going to hit you. He's going to attempt to hit you, Emiana,
you're a
with
monster.
a nat 20 for you, Emiana.
He's a monster.
So let's resolve this, and it is going to be 3. That is slashing damage, if I remember correctly. Oh, piercing. So let's see, Emiana, you are going to take 10 points of piercing damage. Yours is actually fairly low, even for
That was
crit.
it?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's Thea who took the brunt of that one.
What'd she get?
14 points of bludgeoning damage as she gets stepped on.
Just because she's tiny.
It is because she's tiny.
This game is so sizist.
It is.
You should get advantage wiggling away.
Actually,
the gnome
yes.
did.
She is, that is her thing, is she can now attempt to try to wriggle away. Although she's not going to bother, she's going to use the spell slot and Misty Step. So she just teleports. Because it's safer. As she's coughing up blood.
Don't say it that way. No.
It is now Edvard's turn.
I'm gonna cast Blight again
Okay.
at a level 4.
Okay. He saves.
I am really getting annoyed at this dude. But he still has to take half damage.
He does take half damage, and he's still hurting. Well, to be fair, you guys burst into his office, blind him, try to suplex him.
And?
Listen, one
And-
of us suplexed him.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
So 13 points of damage. And he is definitely... he's feeling the effects. He's still alive.
Okay.
Okay, next up is... oh, you still have your bonus action, though. And you can also make your Constitution saving throw to see if you are still... well, it's not going to matter because you did your own thing. So, yeah, you have your bonus action, then.
Well, I'm not gonna set the ferret on it, so I don't have a bonus action.
Okay. Emiana, it's your turn.
I don't know what to do. How is the metal monster looking?
If you want numbers, he's below half, so he's missing some chunks. He's still fairly healthy, but he's got some chunks missing.
How is the gnome doing?
Same zone. About he's around half-ish. He's a little bit bloody.
He's not tied up yet. That's all I'm saying about this situation here. Hey, what?
I just can't with you. Is it still on Thea?
No.
Okay. So I am going to cast Thunderous Smite on my sword. On it, I should say. And I am going to attack it with my sword. Here I go.
Okay.
Can I add a what to it? 19 plus 9. It's going to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then a d8. Plus 1. 3 plus 10 points right there.
Okay.
Do we do the second sword slash, or do we do Thunder Smite first?
Do your second sword slash. We'll resolve that first.
I always forget. 13 plus 9 is 22.
Yep.
9 plus 7. 7 plus 7 is 14 for that one.
Okay, so that's 24 damage, and now do the thunder damage.
Okay. So the thunder damage is where he's going to have to do some rolls here. All right, so it says weapon extra 2d6. Okay, 2d6. 3 points there. Waste of time. But the target is a
How much was
creature. 3 points.
Oh, yeah, that
Waste.
that does extra, actually, so.
And then you have to do a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
I'm assuming that's going to save.
What's your number?
28.
Yeah.
Sorry, 26. They're very strong. But the thunder did extra damage. It definitely hurt. It is Thea's turn. She's going to try something smart. She's going to try to cast Hypnotic Pattern on the gnome.
Is it gonna work?
I have to check, because I don't know what his wisdom modifier... Yeah, it's going to work! He is now staring blankly at a vision that only he can see. He is incapacitated, has a movement speed of 0, and he's just staring blankly. If you ever see cartoons where there's the character who's got, like, bonked on the head, they're just standing there, like, wiggling as the stars are going above their head, that's basically him right now.
Alright. Okay.
If he takes any damage, it will break, and anyone can shake him out of his stupor. But for the next minute, he's just staring blankly. He's technically charmed, but he's just staring blankly.
So everyone should kill this metal monster first.
Yeah.
Or tie him up,
And or
yes.
tie that guy up too.
Yeah, I figure I could.
Next
my
up is
chance.
Servanos. He's just staring there. He's gently making grabbing motions at something none of you can see.
Maybe it's butterflies.
It's the little birdies around his head that he wants to catch.
Oh, he's seeing birdies.
Although it's Thea, so it's not birdie, so it's little tiny dragons flying around him. Little tiny, like, fairy dragons flying around. He's just trying to catch
A
them.
little blowing fairy dragon fire.
It's more like little bubbles around him.
I want to get hypnotized by Thea.
Me too. It seems lovely.
We might have to ask her to do this sometime.
He's having one heck of a good trip right now, so he's happy.
And there's no addiction. So this is a win-win.
It's the golem's turn. He has decided that you are enemy number 1, Emiana.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Let's see. 17
If it meets, beats.
beats. So both are going to hit.
I need to say mermaid armor. I still don't understand how it works.
It's all going to be acid damage this time.
Great. Oh, I have resistance to that, I think.
As acid seems to drip from his hand as he goes to hit you with it. That is 21 points of acid damage.
I have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage.
As you get...
How much was that?
21 points of acid damage as you get slapped with acid damage.
21, you said?
Yep.
I was gonna say, wait, I have a bonus action healing spell, right?
Down to 6 hit points right now. Everything's fine.
I got you.
I'm doing great.
Hugh, it's your turn.
You want a health potion?
I'll take one on my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like do when I tie him up.
Okay.
Completely don't pay attention to what's happening in the
Like
background.
he reaches up for something, and I just grab his hand and pull it back down.
Okay. You know that he can also cast spells, so are you going to also gag him?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming you're doing all the stuff you do if you're fighting a mage, so you make it so his hands can't, like, make signs.
Mm-hmm.
He's tied up and is gagged.
Yes.
He is now completely restrained.
Yeah. Like Hugh has restrained many people, so he knows what to do.
Technically, you didn't shake him out of his thumper, and you didn't actually attack him, so he's still high, but he's kind of, like, not... He's not really with it, but he also can't move. Yeah. So even if the concentration break, he's still tied up. He's still incapacitated. But that is going to be your turn unless you have a bonus action you want to use.
I changed my ion target.
To the golem?
Yeah.
Now, the
Awesome.
golem is considered a construct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I cannot cast Blight on it because it does not work on constructs.
Yep.
So I am going to cast
What?
Vampiric Touch.
I'm going to tell you one quick thing. If you are planning on casting Healing Word,
Yep.
that is also a leveled spell, so for your your action, you have to
I can take care of myself. Don't
You
worry.
have to cast a cantrip or a normal attack.
Kill the monster.
Oh, okay. So that's how that works.
Yep.
I have vampiric touch.
Okay. Charge up to it and touch it.
Okay. Boom.
Okay. Make a spell attack.
Yes.
That's not gonna hit.
Good try. Good job, team.
Unless you're having the ferret spit at it in melee, there's not much else.
Wait. I was gonna say, it's not his boss anymore.
No, it is not.
It's not his boss anymore. Hey, sissy.
As it, like, reaches up and kind of coughs at it.
So regular just roll?
Yep. It's not gonna hit, though.
Don't hit me.
No,
Whatever you do, don't hit me, sissy.
it just doesn't. It just
doesn't hit anything. It just spits on air.
I saw
It's not my night.
and I was scared.
It didn't.
I do not understand that reference, and I don't want to. So do not. Nope.
It's your turn, Amiana.
I had to look it up.
I refuse to. So I am going to cast mostly for myself and for Thea, Prayer of Healing.
Prayer of Healing require... What's the casting time?
Oh, God, why do you have to do this to me 10 minutes?
So this is an out-of-combat thing?
Fine, I'll find a different spell to cast. Why didn't you say something before?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to cast a spell. The DM is evil.
Yes! I don't know why that's suddenly knowledge.
I have a spell scroll. It's Mass Healing Word. Can I use that?
Absolutely.
Instantaneously?
It's a bonus action, but yes.
Well, I'm doing that. Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
That's what I was going to cast.
Everyone...
It's D4 plus the person's spellcasting ability modifier.
5.
Okay, so everyone gets
And a D4.
A D4 plus 5. That's actually not bad.
So I got 3 plus 5, so I got 8.
Thea got 7. That's not bad.
So I'm all back to plus 10 above my normal.
All right, I'm up to 13. I'll be fine.
Do I heal too?
Yes.
Okay. So
It's
you
Mass
got
Healing
how
Word.
much did you heal?
D4 plus
7
5.
points. D4 plus 5.
D4 plus 5. 6.
How about Thea?
Thea got 7. She's okay.
All right, so my question is, how bad is it looking?
If you're looking for things, it is...
Tell me true. How bad is it?
He is below a quarter of his original health.
It's not very helpful.
I'm going to be honest, with 2 or 3 solid hits, he's going to go down.
You know, I realized too is that since I attacked him with my wings, I was supposed to also attack him with radiant damage. 9 points.
How much would it have been?
9 points.
He'd still be alive.
Yeah. And I attacked him only one time so far, right? Or no, I attacked him a second time, didn't I?
No, it's only the ones that you hit him with the wings. Because the other one was failed. You slammed him into the thing, he got up, and then we're coming back around to your turn.
Oh, I didn't get him after he was on Thea?
No. Because he hit you and... Oh, you tried to knock him.
The second attack.
Oh, that's right. You tried to knock him, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's still alive.
I did hit him. But there'd be another negative, another minus 9. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I realized afterward.
He's still alive.
See, I know. It's 18 points that I didn't even add in. Because she does all the cool damage, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sitting here doing 5. Look at me go.
Well, that's me. Like, I'm going to smack it.
All right. Well, I'm going to do, since I already used my bonus action, I am not going to do anything else. I'm just going to go ahead and use my sword's already in my hands. I'm just going to use that.
Go ahead.
Does it have sentience or the ability to communicate?
Do they have sentience?
Technically they understand common, but can't speak it. If you're looking for an
19 or
exact
16?
number...
16. Right, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm fine. 16 plus 9, 25.
It's gonna hit.
Okay.
If you're looking for how intelligent,
Oh, that wasn't what I was wondering.
they are
You're terrible.
technically sentient.
What is that on my die?
I was wondering if I
It's
were to command
so
it,
it's one.
if it could give me information.
Really? It's just there for that?
No, it couldn't. It couldn't talk to you.
What do you dot there?
It could like
I think it's just a painting issue.
hand signal.
All right. So 1 plus an 8 points there. And I'm going to do a second time.
Wouldn't your radiant power blast at that point?
Well, I was going to do the slappy slaps
Well,
first.
if the radiant damage hits, he dies.
Fine. So I take my sword after I've healed myself and I slap it across its legs. So I assume it has legs.
Yeah.
Like it is the big Olifants in Lord of the Rings. And I slice straight across and radiant light burns from my sword because I'm going, not Thea! No, it's
As
my
you
fault.
slice and basically hamstring it,
100%
the
my
radiant
fault.
energy seems to like cross through its body to its core and shatters the core, and then it disincorporates right in front of you.
I should have Hadoukened it and just took the heart out.
All the while now, Thea is just kind of laughing because she's looking at the very, very high-looking gnome who is trying to catch catch dragons
Can't anymore now.
that he can't grab.
Dragonflies.
Thea, I want to say sorry. I didn't mean to get you hurt. I just wanted to slam it against a wall. Did it look cool?
It did look cool, yeah.
And I want to say, when you immolated that thing earlier, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was great, except for, he was kind of warm when he fell on me.
It's kind of like a warm blanket, if you think about it.
A warm blanket made out
Really
of steel.
painful warm
It's
blanket.
a weighted blanket.
Very weighted.
Intense weighted blanket.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Thea. I'm not going to pick its pockets. I'm going to heal you a little bit more, though, because that's what I do. So I lay my hands on her. How much does she need to be healed?
I would more worry about you than her.
I know, but I'm going to take care of her because I also have healing potions.
She's at 40 out of 64 of her normal max.
So what does she need?
24 to be at max.
I give her 24 points.
Okay.
All right. How are you doing?
I'm good. I still have plus 10 points.
Yeah. Edward.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
Edward
extra
avoided
buff.
fighting.
Well, no, I got 7, but the mass healing, I got 8 at that, so I'm still just back at plus 10 over 77, so I'm like feeling swole right now. And fabulous with my stole.
Are you all
Swole the
set?
stole.
I'm okay.
How okay are you?
I'm only missing 8 points. No, 7 points.
I lean over and put my hands on you, and I heal you for those points.
I think he wants more healing.
So then I am up to 30.
He still seems to want more healing.
I'm up to 36 points. So I'm halfway there. I'm good.
Okay. So by this point, the hypnotic pattern is going to dissipate. You now have a rather cantankerous gnome who's trussed up. I'm imagining is hogtied at this point and has his hands marked up so he can't cast spells and his mouth covered. What are you doing?
I'm looking around the room to find fun stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and start searching.
Okay.
I'm going to try talking to him.
I figure these guys can take care of it. His mouth is kind of
Oh, I think someone
covered,
should
so-
remove the gag.
Well, no, better not.
I need to be careful about that one.
Am I doing investigation or perception, or what am I doing?
Investigation's fine.
19.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say you find a bag of holding.
Nice.
I'm
On
a little
his
concerned.
on his table, you see the book that you hadn't really looked at, but you saw that he was reading. You're kind of like wriggling around. You realize that there are a set of maintenance tools in his desk. Along one of the shelves is a pristine set of Magitech tools.
We're gonna say maintenance tools. What else?
Magitech tools.
Magitech tools.
And
That sounds like something Thea could use.
yeah, she has a set. And there are just like a few scattered smith tools.
Wait, smith tools?
Yes.
Like blacksmithing?
Yes.
I want those.
Well, I'm grabbing everything right now.
okay.
And then, yeah.
The other thing is, in the struggle, his hammer that he was carrying dropped on the ground.
His little itty bitty tiny hammer.
No, actually, that thing was pretty beefy by his standards. It's a
It's a
full-size
warhammer for him. It's a mallet for us.
Mallet, yeah.
No, actually, it was a full-size warhammer for you guys. For him, it looked like a maul on
It's
his
Mew
back.
Mew.
It looked like a maul on his back.
I have proficiency in blacksmithing. I don't have blacksmithing tools, but I have proficiency. So I can take up a new hobby.
His book. Do I sense it has the crazy, creepy stuff on it?
This is just going to be a straight-up intelligence check. DC 5.
Intelligence check. Like, is it saving throw?
No, just a straight intelligence.
Well, that's okay.
Just because it's funny.
So I
can
rolled a 19.
It is a ledger. It is literally the amount of ore processed and how much
no.
ore is delivered.
I feel betrayed.
I'm so glad we didn't kill him because he's a good guy.
Good is a relative term. Actually, Emiana, now that you're like looking around. I'm gonna make this specifically to you.
Oh boy.
Give me a medicine check as you look at the gnome.
As I look at the gnome.
Yes.
No.
Now, if I remember correctly, was the
Dirty 20.
Sorry.
Okay. You realize that you noticed it before, like, obviously gnomes are known for having kind of like wild hair that's usually kind of brightly
It was
dyed.
burned on the side of the
Yes.
head, yeah.
You realize that burn is also a part of a slight inward bend. He probably took a massive head wound on something that was also, caught, probably like an industrial accident to the head. And, you can tell by the age of it, this probably happened about 3-ish weeks ago. Right before all the scrap golems came about and before all the people disappeared.
Can I do a spell on him really quick?
So here's the thing.
Is there a sign that says how many days without an accident?
Not that you've seen.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Gnome, but I literally used up all of my healing on us, not realizing that you were in fact hurt. So
That's an excellent pug impression, by the way.
I know.
I realize now that you're a nice guy and in no way are evil. Before they untie you because I don't know how they did that. Understand that we were here to investigate some evil, terrible things. Were you attacked by somebody?
Well,
Not us. Not us. Okay, if I heal you, and untie your mouth, do you promise not to do any spells? Okay.
look,
I don't.
He nods his head mostly.
I will pick you up and punt you if
You!
anything happens. I'm just saying,
That's right.
if this is a ruse, he needs to know the consequences.
I really do apologize for Hugh. So I pull out one of my healing potions. Well, I use my duct tape to heal him. So I wrap his head and I give a little smoochy kiss and I heal him using the
Well,
healing potion.
okay. As he comes to, you realize that his eyes aren't really super well focused.
Probably because of concussion.
This is a separate medicine check. And you're going to have to do fairly well on this one.
Because I was going to do a spell on him. Because I'm
Put
concerned.
a spell on you. How about a 19 plus 6?
Yeah, you're pretty sure whatever hit him on the head, didn't concuss him, but gave him something a little bit more serious and probably long-lasting.
Now he just walks around going, Matt Damon.
I mean,
I was actually going.
in a different world, probably yes. You get that he probably had a massive head trauma, and anyone who knows much about head trauma can drastically change personality. So he went from like a normal overseer to slightly deranged and got rid of all the squishy organic bits and replaced them with robot bits to make this place run more effectively.
Which is why I have an idea as my Atrosaur brain coming into work.
So I have untied his mouth. We're really sorry. I hope your head feels better. The smoochy kiss really does.
You guys need to get out of here. I mean, I need to get this place back up to efficiency.
Sir.
What?
As a member of Atrosaur, and I will reinforce this magically if I need to, resign.
I can't resign. I must.
I cast command.
Okay, so he has to. It's a wisdom, right?
Yep.
17.
What the heck? Oh, also, I have a bag of candy here. How about you just
Wait,
put
is
this
he at
in
a
your mouth and
disadvantage
calm
because he's
down?
tied up still?
No,
Darn it.
this is a wisdom. It's a
So
separate thing.
here, I always give lollipops to my children and let people I'm healing
And he's
them.
just like happily like just.
There, he's got a lollipop.
You get that he probably like there was an accident, cracked him really hard on the head, and now he's had a
Hugh?
complete shift.
Yeah.
Hugh, we can't untie him and leave him here. He does actually need replaced. He apparently is not going to willingly resign.
Yeah.
He
He
needs to come
has
with
a
us.
head trauma, and there's no way to fix it. I look at that indent on his
Yeah,
head.
he needs to go to a hospital.
There's
a care
no-
facility.
Yeah.
There's no way to fix this.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's sort of a hospital.
Yes.
So we're taking him with us.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and everyone give me a quick Arcana check.
Oh, no, I'm good at that.
So good at Arcana over here.
15. That's the best I think I've ever rolled for Arcana.
3!
Hey!
8.
Hey!
It's okay.
Please say
you would have
Thea.
given it to you quick, but it hurt. Emion is high enough. You realize that as you're like kind of shuffling him around, like the armor he's wearing is like a breastplate, but you get that it's heavily magical, and you see that it actually has. You can actually see Voltrum like around the collar. So I'm gonna be honest, his armor is very good.
I don't know if I feel comfortable stealing someone's armor. Plus, I already have one that's attached to me, literally.
Yes.
Wait, but it's a breastplate, you said?
Uh-huh.
I could use an upgrade.
So could Hugh.
Well, I think that when we drop him off at the hospital, we should talk about them when they change him into, grippy socks, about giving us his stuff.
Okay, and a quick thing, are you taking the bag of holding?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah,
Should I check first to make sure it's a bag of holding, not a bag of devouring?
Oh, yeah, that's a separate Arcana check, but I'm going to give you advantage just because you've interacted with both, probably. They're both very common.
12. Advantage Arcana 12.
That should be good enough.
That's fine. It is definitely a bag of holding.
Should I look in it?
Sure.
I look in the bag of holding.
Other diamonds?
Oh, can I put those down and start shaking it?
Yeah, go ahead now. Give me a dexterity saving throw immediately.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Dexterity is obviously where I'm
The
at.
workers!
17 plus 4 is 21.
No, not the workers, but a few very
Dead people. I'm like, ah!
very heavy ingots of Voltrum fall out and barely miss your toes.
Okay, what's Voltrum?
Voltrum is the really magical metal.
Oh, that's the really
used,
cool metal, right?
Yeah, that's used for, like, enchanting.
That's why we want his breastplate.
This is almost as good as the
That's
other
what?
stuff we got.
Yeah, no, this is really good.
Yeah.
What other stuff did you get?
The groceries.
Oh,
It's
groceries.
really valuable.
Tacos are
Right.
delicious.
Tacos? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm so hungry again, guys. You have no
Imported
idea.
food.
She's so easy.
So I'm
And
putting
now,
this Voltrum
Hugh,
back
specifically
in this
you
bag.
can give me
Do.
a perception check.
And I'm just putting all the Voltrum back in the bag.
Perception, you say?
Yes.
What's a 10?
You noticed it because you basically suplexed him off of it. The chair, despite, having you smash into it and also having a gnome ripped from it, despite it being like an
Is this a
aluminum...
very expensive chair?
It's an aluminum folding chair, but it seemed to have taken 0 damage or denting from you smashing it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Are you
Give him
gonna,
the chair!
are you gonna take the folding chair?
He was excited.
I'm taking this.
Give me a second, 'cause I actually had to write up the stat blocking
Please
on...
tell me it's the chair. Bernie's coming in with the chair. What's it called?
It's a folding chair.
Sturdy metal folding chair.
I just like...
Melee weapon?
Question
Wonder
mark?
item? Unknown rarity.
Yeah, I just tuck it up like I grab some of my rope and turn it, like, make a little sling for it, and I tuck it around my back.
It is
And
literally
I
like...
wear it like a shield on my back.
It's literally like an aluminum folding chair, like... But
Oh no, it's on my back, like
It's
a
on his-
shield.
Yeah.
You know, like how Link wears his
No,
shield.
yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna decorate it with handprint?
That's right.
Yes. Paint it white with a red handprint.
Yep.
So does this mean I get the armor?
Guys, this chair, you see this chair?
That's an awesome chair. It's a very manly chair.
Not a scratch on it.
Hey, Serbanos.
Great deeds you shall do
Is
with
there
this
more
chair.
of that fancy metal around here?
No, I kept the Voltrum in here because that has to take a separate processing. But all the other metals, the platinum, the gold, that is actually kept in the warehouse because that is actually set for its next shipment, which would be next Tuesday. And that is a couple of days out, but that needs to have the finished shipment. I need to make sure all the processors are running.
Well, don't worry. We'll make sure.
We got
Totally
this.
gonna be on the shipment.
Dude, he just said that there's gold.
Yeah, yes.
We got that. Good job.
And guess what I have? The quicker picker upper. And it has the trailer in the back.
You also have a bag of holding.
2 bags of holding. I have one too.
I'm just saying. Remember how we said we were going to, put all the scrap metal in the trailer and bring it back for money? We don't have to do that now.
Yep. No, we just get the money.
Oh, I can't do that. I'm a good person. But I'm taking this... taking the Voltrum.
Here, you want a treat? It'll make you feel better.
Hugh, I see you pointing to your pants. Oh, it's your pocket. Oh my gosh. Hugh, not now.
Well,
Okay.
what do you think of? What? Oh. No. No.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess if we
Hey,
take the
Thea,
gold...
we should give them the room.
Yeah,
them go
that just
outside.
goes over to the other room.
I
Yeah.
would feel okay taking the gold if some of it goes back to the nice taco place, Playa Ebrio, to make up for the vomit, since I vomit so beautifully. Would you be okay with taking the gold if we give a donation to them as a charity? Like
Small
a charitable act?
donation, sure.
I don't know. Thea and I are out of the room. We're not.
Thea's already like looking it over, and she's like, you know.
I walk with her, and I'm putting stuff in the bag of holding.
You realize that like you go into this thing, and you see where it's all been pressed. It's like the iron and steel is in one zone. There's a lot of like more standard metals, but there's one little area that is for more expensive metal.
Anyone want a treat? Anyone want a treat?
I'm not the cat.
Dude, your pill bottle sounds kind of like weird.
This is very large. Yeah. It's a fantasy realm. We don't.
So there is some, you know, gold, silver, and platinum in like one area. It's not a lot, but it's some. But you see, there's also a lot of like steel, iron, copper, brass.
I grabbed the expensive stuff, the gold and the silver.
I figured you wouldn't. You'd ignore the regular metals. That also is his hammer if you've taken it, and also his breastplate if you decide you're going to strip that from him.
We're not. We're waiting for the orderlies to strip it from
We're
him.
taking it, but...
Yes. You can go through and just... That's what... He has his hammer. It's called the Cult Hammer. Technically Celt. K-A-L-T. Celt Hammer. That has its own unique stuff. His breastplate is... It's Voltrum lined. So...
It can do bludgeoning or cold damage.
The hammer, yes. And...
It's Mew Mew.
Kind of. The breastplate is designed around the fact that without any sort of upgrades, it naturally is 14 plus dex mod up to 3. And because it's already Voltrum lined, it's very easy to upgrade to like a plus, you know, whatever breastplate.
I think we should get bonus points for saving this guy and not killing him and taking him to the proper nursing home at this point.
I also...
Yeah.
Assisted living.
I'm gonna say
Hospital
that
for magical maladies.
it's not magical. He just got cracked on the head really hard. There wasn't a cult.
Yes, but
activity.
there was actually a word before that, but for copyright reasons, I
Yes.
can't say it.
Yes. Now, Edvard, I need you to do effectively doing your job check, I guess.
Oh wait, don't I have some sort of like?
Yeah.
I think I
it'd
have like
be-
administrative like.
Yeah, you'd be administrative thing. So basically, you get you'd automatically.
Bureaucratic insight.
Yes. So basically, you have advantage on this check.
Okay.
It would basically be a intelligence. You can either use history or arcana, but history basically like, you know, knowing how systems run
Okay.
check. Because technically this is more of a you thing than anyone else.
19.
You
Wait.
realize,
19.
you realize that after this is done, even after you drop him off at a care facility.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking 2 plus 6 is 7, 8, 6, 19. Wait,
Uh,
maybe?
even after you drop him off
We're
at the
having
care
a good
facility,
night with
there's
math.
going to be some extra paperwork you're probably going to have to do because I don't think you trust the others to do it, which is sending, to the league, to their league specifically, like, hey, your processing facility and your...
Oh, you made the assumption that I hadn't already made that decision when I
Yes.
told him to resign, that I was in my capacity as Atrasor saying that as Atrasor we are telling you to resign and I'll
Yes.
enforce it magically if need be. And we had to enforce it with force to go get him to get help.
Yes.
But no, I'll turn in the paperwork to get somebody
Yeah.
sent out to the processing plant because we need to process our junk.
effectively, and
Oh, my.
Some people need to process their junk.
yeah. I was looking at your crotch
You
earlier.
probably should wash it daily, yes.
Hygiene, it's important.
Hygiene, it is important.
You don't want to get a yeast infection or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. God.
Are you okay, God?
Oh,
Lowercase g.
Yes.
the
After
yeast.
he hacked, I'm pretty sure I heard someone's stomach go.
Oh. I was going to say, so you're going to take Serbanos off to a care facility. Emiana, you're the doctor. How are you going to explain it?
We go to the care facility.
Yes. There is just a, obviously it's a, now what kind of care facility are you taking him to? A normal hospital or like a specifically for
Well, I
people
was going to take him
with
to a
brain-
hospital
Yes.
and drop him off and they
Okay.
could figure it out themselves.
Oh, okay.
But
So-
I'm a doctor, so like you go to the hospital.
Oh,
psychiatric
I
ward.
was recommending as Zatro, we needed to take him someplace a little more secure because we also need to process what is the extent of his damage.
We have
And
to
also
go.
his
He needs
powers
to
were
be
magical.
briefed.
We need to go to the emergency department first because they
Triage.
can exactly.
Yeah.
So, hello.
We have
I'm
advanced medicine.
I am the duct tape wizard. I mean, I'm Doc. I'm a doctor. So in any
They
case,
just look at you and ask for your credentials.
well, aren't I wearing it? I'm wearing my white coat, aren't I?
Well, yes, but they still will actually check your actual league
See, we're
badge.
scientists. See the white coats?
They check your league badge because they're its own.
During we were doing some work for Atrosor. We found this man. I think he has a very significant brain injury. Look at the side of his head. And from what I can discern, he has changed his entire mental faculties since 3 weeks ago.
The facilities changed too.
The facilities
actually.
changed as well, yes. That based on the facilities, his
So
faculties
much
have changed.
change.
So I am here to drop him off to see if you can get him the proper psychiatric help, if there's anything that you guys can do for his head. But I think at this point, we're looking at a post-op of this being his future.
Okay.
We also need his stuff.
We let him
For
borrow.
processing.
We let him borrow the breastplate. But we need that back.
Give me a persuasion check on the breastplate thing, because that's a bit weird and very direct.
Well, she jumped in with the weird. I was just saying we need it for processing.
terrible at lying.
I know,
Yeah,
that's
I
why it's very
told
funny.
You said persuasion.
Yeah.
18.
Sure, they're like, okay.
They don't care much.
They don't.
I had to save in case you didn't. So.
I also had to save, so
And I just hand it off to you guys. Like, you guys can fight over it. I'm like, here you go.
Let's see. They're gonna check him and all of that. They're gonna ask if you want to be like kept apprised afterwards,
Yes, I
because
do.
technically you are the initial
His
care
doctor.
initial care physician.
Yes, here, you can reach me on my badge. Here's my even star phone number.
I'm just glad, and maybe because as I'm saying this is going to happen, that you haven't, as you're walking to the ER with a brain damaged gnome, picked him up and went click click and selfied with the brain damaged gnome.
working hard or hardly working.
All in a day's work is saving people. Click, click.
Click click. As there is
I also
Another
took.
happy face.
I also before we left the because I didn't realize we actually had left. Before we left the scrapyard, I got a family photo with all of the ferrets.
ferrets.
And it was, I had to put the wide angle lens on because there's so many of them.
Oh, also a question. Are any of you going to warn them that, he was able to cast spells in his magic? I think that'd be a normal question on the processing papers, but
Yeah, in a world like this, I feel like that would
it would be a
definitely
normal,
be-
yeah.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
be able to like, if you're going
There's
to
also
the
warn him that
ER,
he's dangerous.
tied
you know,
up.
once
they
he's
should be
tied
able
up.
to like
Locked him in,
sense the
tied up.
arcane ability around
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I just imagine that's
Like
just like
checking
a
for high
sub-
cholesterol. How's your high ability in
I
magic?
feel like it's just like a subline when you're like, processing, like the
What
filling
are
up
you,
paper.
mage? Oh, in that case, let's keep those hands separate.
Yeah, it's just like age, gender, at this point, species/race, and then it's just like magical abilities.
Yes. Check this box. So yeah, I got a family photo of all of the ferrets.
So it's just a Now, did you arrange them by color, or did you just kind of let them scatter in?
No, I let them scatter, and like some of them are poking out of their holes, their homes,
Yep.
and then like they're in layers, just layers.
Because
so many of them.
obviously, like, all of them will have very bright colors and usually very different colors for their ears and tail tips.
And before we left, I gave some extra. Well, what was it that made him like super crazy? Was the
lightning magic.
I gave some, lightning magic to was it
Zerba.
Zerba, and I took a video of him running around, and I posted it, and it got a lot of likes on my Prima Portrait page.
I'm glad.
It was fun. He went up and down a wall twice.
Oh, and so I'm assuming you're retiring back to your base of operations.
I go to Playa Ebrio, and I give them some gold as an apology.
When you make it back towards the end of the evening, actually kind of late at this point, you make it back to your hotel, and as you walk in, the night desk person immediately stops like, Mr. Normus, there was a message for you.
Yes.
And they like very delicately hands you like a little letter.
Okay.
Do you want to inspect the letter or just rip it right open?
No, I just open it, I think.
In very scratchy writing, it's just like, it seems like the person who wrote this is so insanely scatterbrained and all over the place. Like, need to meet again. Found what you were looking for.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Discuss the price when you get here. Can meet up. Not tomorrow. 2 days time. And he puts like a date on there for you.
Oh, wait, yeah,
Guys,
in between
I'm gonna need some of those gold ingots.
Oh, on a side note, don't you have like $1 bajillion in diamonds?
Well, yeah.
That's been
We haven't fenced those yet. I'll just take those with me.
No.
They did.
Yeah. Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Thea
Thea was the one who just, had the contact and said
between
like,
here and there, won't we have the concert? Yeah.
Yeah, because a split conversation that I don't know about as a character is you guys trying to figure out how to give me because you decided to give it split 4 ways, but you're not sure how to give me the money.
Because Thea's contact's like, I can, this is what I can give you for them. And she, like, afterwards let it up to you guys to say, and you said yes. So it's kind of like, that's already done deal.
Did you guys get the money back yet or no?
I would assume that that's probably set up in a dead drop for us somewhere.
It's coming somewhere.
Yeah, because I don't have that in my account.
Either,
yet.
That probably is something Thea's gonna have to like dead drop the next morning because she would have set up a time and place for it. She'll probably bring you because I don't think she can carry the money.
And you guys decided to like make it that when I'm like one of my relatives died and left me an inheritance. Right? There's like one time drop that way. It wasn't like okay. See, I wasn't a part of it. I was walking over to get tacos, so...
Learned that one from Saul Goodman.
Yeah.
Great Aunt Bertha. No, not Bertha. Gertrude? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well,
so, that is easy enough that Thea's probably already established that, and it's been a couple of days so that, he's gotten the diamonds now, and he's gonna drop the money off. Like, it's basically the dead drop is in process.
Excellent.
I think that's probably a pretty good place to put, because I need to now spend some time to decide how much experience sending a mentally damaged and brain damaged.
Oh, I think we should just be able to jump up to like level 13, skip a couple steps.
1, 2, skip a few.
Exactly. I mean, we should be proud of ourselves. We saved a gnome.
He was difficult to save.
We should probably have asked him how he got the bonk on the head, but that's okay. Regardless.
Talking to him was difficult.
He was a little crazy. He was seeing flying dragons for some reason.
He was a little crazy.
No, it was not Hugh.
Gnome, he was not.
Oh, Hugh. You know what I realized, Hugh? It's been so nice and quiet since that guy went to jail.
Oh, that guy.
That creeper. Thank you so much for calling the cops and protecting me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Do what I can. He was annoying me, too.
Since you were the character, okay, there are 2 things that could happen, so I'm going to let you flip a coin, PJ, since you were technically the one doing it.
What? Oh, the guy?
Yeah. What has actually happened or happening to him?
All right, heads or tails?
I know what they are, you just have to tell me what it is.
Guy?
Tails.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What guy?
The guy who was harassing you. There is something that happened to him.
Oh, no.
Did you say there was like a little brother? You're going to put a little brother in this? I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Did you miss?
No.
Oh, no, that is definitely not what happened. Now, PJ, since you are the one who technically has to voice the character, you're the only one who would know. As a character, you don't know that, but as a player, you will know that.
That makes so much sense.
It does.
Oh no! When do we get to find out?
I don't know. We'll find.
Well, here's the thing: is as characters, you would never know.
Yeah. So I don't know how they. I mean, maybe it'll come up. We'll see.
Actually, that's a pretty good thing. Do you guys check like local news sheets?
I do.
Okay.
I watch the news on TV.
Okay, so, I guess,
Is he pregnant?
no. Go ahead and give me, I guess, an intelligence check.
I'm super intelligent.
Oh.
You didn't really pay attention, like, oh, this is fun.
Oh, 2 nat ones. No one knows.
No one knows.
Yeah, no one knows.
I guess technically, Hugh, you get advantage because you're kind of used to this kind of
Thea
stuff.
know? Can we
Oh.
see if Thea knows? She might gossip and tell us.
No! Thea also got a 1.
We don't care.
Yeah.
It's quiet. We're happy.
11.
You probably, because you have a different set of, like, knowledge about these stuff, so he was the only one who would actually know about it, because he's the one that sent him to prison.
Yeah.
So
But,
Hugh knows about it, but Hugh doesn't care.
yeah, I don't think he would really care too
He does
much.
not care in the remotest. No one else knows. It was one of 2 options that could have happened to him.
Could you tell us the option that didn't happen?
He gets out and, basically starts and finds out that Hugh and Emmy are dating. And after Hugh threw him in prison, he goes out of his way to not stalk Emmy anymore, but try
Stalk
to go
Hugh?
out and ruin Hugh's, business.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been hilarious.
All from one night of drinking.
Yeah.
What can I say?
I think his ending is even funnier because it makes perfect
It
sense.
fits so
The,
well.
the 2 options make perfect sense.
So he's
Yeah.
dead.
Possibly.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, you did ask the question.
Yeah.
So now let's say that was like,
Yeah.
let's flash back to the present.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's so quiet. It's so nice, Hugh. He's not out there yelling. Oh my gosh, he was so annoying.
He's not for sure. He's in the hospital ward right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is he playing doctor?
I guess people got sick of hearing his voice in prison too.
Ah!
Because he got shanked and,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, they don't know how he's doing. So,
Well, I mean, he couldn't close his mouth, so
yeah.
might as well open something else up on him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Thea. We don't talk that way.
Thea is a gangster.
How many people have we killed?
Because they deserved it rightly. We saved the ones worth saving. Look at
You're
me.
like, hey man, why you stabbing me, man? Ah!
Yeah, I would say he was annoying enough to deserve it.
That's not...
She brings up a valid point.
I love Hugh's morality is slowly shifting off on Thea more than Emiana's.
I just don't know how to respond to that. We just don't...
Oh, I think that Emiana's actual morality is also rubbing off on Thea.
Only when I'm drunk.
Her true self comes out.
I'm gonna go play with my kitty cat. I just need to leave. So she leaves with that line.
Oh,
You know,
Also-
Hugh, my cat's very furry.
Guys, is she like, is this...
oh.
Is she
And
being
as you're like having this
provoked?
conversation,
I think she's
one of the
giving
one
you
of the,
overtures of love.
the hotel employees comes up. Is just like,
You're a more worldly man. You should know these things.
Miss Emiana, we need to have a
Yes.
talk.
Oh dear, what's wrong?
Your
You-
cat's
you
out
left-
of control.
You left outstanding orders to, feed your cat while you're out.
Yes.
Apparently he's taken umbrage to us bringing him food. He meowed. We don't know what he was saying. I know you can talk to him, but he was. Well, let's just say there are now several of our staff that refuse to deliver anything to your room.
Oh dear. Let me go talk to Sparkles. Okay.
One of them had to get stitches. It was so bad.
Did he go murder mittens? Oh my gosh, I apologize. I'm gonna go talk about putting him in a kennel. If you'll excuse me. I go up there and all you hear is
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Unless you want to go in the kennel, you are going to be good.
Meow, meow, meow.
To the kennel it is then.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, then yes, you can apologize.
Meow.
Right now, yes, you can. I'll put you in the bathtub. I know you hate water. There we go. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Now you're going to go downstairs and you're going to purr lovingly to them. You hear me? You can fake it. You can fake it. All cats do. Just go down there and purr and be sweet. And then they won't be mad at you anymore. And then we can forget about all this mischigosh.
Meow, meow, meow.
I know. Now off you go. Hugh, my cat is a handful.
I just want to say for the record, this is not too dissimilar to actual conversations I've had with the cat.
I know. My pussy cat got out of hand while we were gone.
I like how you're all ignoring the fact someone had to literally get stitches because of your cat. It was that bad.
He's gonna go purr to them and it'll be fine. That's how cats work.
Cats will be cats.
Is everything okay now, sir?
Well,
Your cat's delightful now.
We had a conversation.
we have instituted a policy that when delivering food to your room specifically, we will now not be carrying it into the room. We will leave the cart in front of your door, knock twice, and you are to wait exactly 30 seconds to give them time to clear out before coming and getting it.
See, Sparkles. And I'm talking cat language. Now you can't have them waiting on you because you were mean. You have to be nice to people in order to get things to you. Like, you could have starved.
They brought me low-quality salmon. They should be glad they're not dead.
I will talk to them because I know you like filet mignon. That is not appropriate. They were trying to be cheapskates. But we don't give people stitches.
I wanted to cut his eye out, but he moved at the last second.
Thank God. Thank Riley Orr for that. If you keep acting this way, you're going to go back to the island. You're going to go back to the vineyard.
You mean with all the prey I could hunt?
Yeah, where no one's going to pet you and no one's going to give you filet mignon. You're going to be hunting mice.
I think the cat is reconsidering its life decisions.
I think it's funny you think I was only hunting the mice.
Well, we have the cow, so.
I was trying to decide how many of the employees could disappear before anyone noticed.
I was never going to notice.
I never take you seriously, Sparkles. And I walk away.
No one questions the cat potentially having wanting to murder. You know, that's fine. He's a cat. Oh, what if
I
they
don't
could?
speak cat.
That's fair. Be honest.
I wish to
he
seek
jokes
this
about
information
murder.
out.
It's great.
Well, if I send him back, now I won't have a pet and everyone else has a pet, so my life is over. He was going to have 2 pets.
One's a friend.
One's his drinking
friends.
buddy. That's fair. Just at this point, I feel like you just have like a water bottle that you're just constantly filling up and squirting him. And you're not entirely...
No, actually, I think maybe that she took the little thing, the decanter, and just stuck a spray bottle lid on the decanter, so it's always full of water.
Actually, that's a good thing. I need you to make a animal handling check,
What?
Emiana.
Oh, sorry, I was writing down how bad my cat was. Can't read that. Animal handling?
Yes.
11.
The training is not really sinking in.
No. Well, he's intelligent, so. It's a
And
cat.
It's a cat, yes. That's fair.
As long as he snuggles on the bed with me at night and he purrs, I'm happy.
That's fair. He loves you. Even except when you yell at him. And then he has to prove his dominance.
No. It's a cat.
That's a cat, yes. That's a cat. I was like, our immediate thing is just, that's a cat.
Well, I like how Emiana's just like, you can lie to them, just act cute. You're a cat. Like, she knows how animals are. Like,
Yeah.
like, ethically speaking, there's no ethics behind a cat. It's
Yes.
just a cat. So she's just like, go apologize, go purr, and you'll be fine. Don't have to mean it.
Yeah. I think that's actually a pretty good place to end since we've, discussed how well or appropriate the cat is. You have actually, despite this being a dead end cult-wise, you actually, helped.
We help society.
Yes.
I helped a man with a brain injury.
Yes.
And society. Because we need recycling.
We helped ourselves.
And society.
True.
Our great taco place has more money. They can get more tacos.
Which helps society.
Exactly. This is all a win.
Yeah.
And that'll wrap it up for this week's episode of Danger and Dice. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Email us at gamesoverboard@gmail.com. Visit us at gamesoverboard.com. You can meet the team, email us that way, find other shows.
I'm translating.
Thank you.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow. For the well house exorcism. Meow, meow, meow,
Thank
meow.
you, Kitty.
Meow, 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 meow.
No. No, Kitty.
Bad.
Have a good week, everyone.